Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the continent of Talsorim. The year is 1253 PE of the Third Age, post-expulsion, though the longer-lived races find it quaint to have such a short recollection of history. While the tribes in the north wonder, what's the point of keeping track of time at all? Talsorim is a continent divided, both by terrain and politics. A continent divided both physically and spiritually. On the southern portion of Talsorim, cleft in half by the Nexus Mountains, leading into the Great Sarmani Desert, lie two of the world's great competing powers. A Minium, who seek control through strength of arms, and Setsorma, who seeks control through trade and backroom dealings. On either side of these powers lie kingdoms of ancient races. Across the sign Dore, the Dore Sea, are the Isles of the Sun and the Moon, home of the elves and the many mysteries of their race. North of Setsorma, in the mountains of Talsorim, is Durndaral, an ancient kingdom where the dwarves stay hidden in their stone halls. The elves interact with the outside world, though they are cautious of allowing the shorter-lived races to influence them too much, while the dwarves hardly interact at all. Along the southern coast of the northern portion of Talsorim, bound together by the Baston Conclave, are the kingdoms of Braden, Dowhurst, and Racord, as well as the island of Quilon. Small kingdoms in the scheme of things, though bound together by a desire to remain free and independent. Even further north, past ancient forests and lakes, across towering snow-capped peaks, are the free tribes of the north. Finding no use for those who would claim to rule over them, instead they live by their own codes as free people, as they attempt to commune with the spirits and unravel the mysteries of the world. Perhaps sometimes even delving into the dark corners that are better left undisturbed. Our story, however, has humbler beginnings. We find ourselves in Stillwell, the capital city of Dalhurst. A cool autumn day, a bustling port. The Raven's Fury is spotted, setting sail from the docks of Stillwell in the late afternoon. A schooner made of a dark ebony wood, the sail stained brown from tarring the linens. It's not an ornate ship, but it's visually striking in its own way, and deceptively fast and silent. The helmsman steers the schooner out from Stillwell Bay, headed south through the Caspressis Sea. As nightfall approaches, another ship begins to come into view. An unassuming sloop, bearing no flag or insignia. Within the captain's quarters of the Raven's Fury sits a small group. A tall, gray-haired orc, a broad half-elf, and a diminutive halfling. Would our broad half-elf and diminutive halfling like to introduce their character? Names, physical descriptions.
I am playing Kid. Currently, my hands are death gripped, white knuckling on the banister of this ship. I have longer brownish hair, scraggly facial hair. I'm wearing a cowboy hat, and there's a long piece of straw jutted out from the corner of my mouth. And the name is Kid, or The Kid.
Hello, my name is Archibald Swifttongue III. I am a rogue halfling. I'm standing about Actually, I do have my height here somewhere. Let me look here. 3'2". I weigh 40 pounds. I'm just a little fella, but I wouldn't take your eyes off me. I have kind of shoulder length blonde hair, kind of curly, and for some reason my accent went Australian now. So I guess I'm gonna commit with that one. All right.
Across from these two is Horace Pendleton, a graying half-orc, fairly tall. He does have a very distinctive scar running just along underneath the right eye in his face. And it appears that the trio is discussing the coming events. So, remember, guys, this is the plan. We need to get onto the ship. We need to find the captain, and we need to find who he's been communicating with. We know that they're smuggling weapons. It doesn't matter, of course. The guild tends not to get involved with the conflicts between nations. But they've really been cutting into our business lately. So we need to find out who they're smuggling to and what their next shipments are going to be. All right, so you need to get in there, get the captain, get his communications, and get the hell out of where you're going.
Oh, well, do we have a description on this here, Captain?
We're not sure what he looks like. We do know it's a pretty opportune moment. At their last port of call, half the crew came down sick with something, so they're really only operating at half strength right now. There's no better time to strike.
All right.
You said they came down sick. Came down sick with something. Do we know what, or is there something we should be on the lookout for?
No idea. Probably scurvy. Didn't really ask.
No. Well,
we do know that they've been carrying a shipment of alchemist fire as well. Now, even if we take the captain alive, still leaves the ship. So if you get the chance, it wouldn't be a bad idea to scuttle the ship on it.
Well, if they've already got the alchemist fire,
that makes things a little bit easier.
all right. Well, how much time do we have till we get a little bit closer?
This is about as close as I think we can reasonably get. We'll drop the dinghy. Is that what you call a rowboat on the side of the ship? We'll drop the dinghy. We'll have
You're
to
the captain.
No, you're the captain.
We'll have
I
to
would
paddle
hope
the
that
rest
you
of
would
the
know
way.
what the little boats on the side of your ship are called. Well, we
I've
might
never been an educated man.
It's all right, old horse.
Forgot to bring my dictionary with me.
All right. Well, I suppose. Kid, do you have any objections?
I'm ready to go whenever you two are.
I'm ready when y'all are.
All right. Well, I suppose. No time like a present and whatnot.
Okay, so Horace is going to lead you to. If you're saying something, you go.
Oh, I was just going to say I'll stand up and not that
Okay.
there's much difference, but.
As Horace is talking, do I trust the things that he's saying? Does it seem truthful that he is telling, like, giving us the information? Like, I don't think that he has any ulterior motives or anything.
You can roll an insight check.
I'm gonna do that. First roll of the game. Sweet. That is a 15 and -1, 14.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he's telling you guys the truth. You do know that Horace has been friends with Archie for a long time, and Archie seems to trust him. So as far as you can tell, yeah, everything he's saying is truthful. You're there for what he says you're there for.
All right then.
So Horace will lead you guys out of the captain's quarters. You're already sort of on the top deck. Over to the the dinghy hanging on the side. And he'll step in and wait for you guys.
I will follow after. You coming, kid?
I'll,
You coming?
I'm just. There's a moment where I'm just kind of staring down at this lifeboat. Yeah, I'm coming. Climb down after him. I'm kind of like clearly shaking as I'm descending into this thing.
Okay, so the lifeboat will lower in off the side of the ship, off the side of the Raven's Fury. The seas are very calm, not many waves, and you guys are basically able to paddle right up to the side of the ship.
What time of day is it?
It's night. The sun's down.
Okay.
And if you can kind of remember from the other map on Roll20, you're on the opposite side of the ship from the island, of course.
And how many is it? Is it just Archie and I in this boat, or Horace came along?
Horus is in the boat with the two of you.
Okay.
Well, you said we're still approaching the boat. We're not quite there yet.
You're just about to get up to the side of it.
All right. From what we can see,
Horus
is there
has
any
brought with
activity?
him some supplies, grappling hooks and ropes and stuff as well. You guys can use.
I'm gonna look over to Archie, kind of whisper, "Arch, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm more nervous than a chicken in a fox den. I can't stop myself shaking. I'm sorry. I know I'm usually not like this, but I do not trust this whole situation."
I understand that, but I'm gonna need you to pull it the fuck together because when you're acting like a fucking idiot, that's when shit goes wrong.
I know. You're right.
Cool.
I'll get it.
Elected. The 3 C's. I've told you this time and time again. It'll be all right. All right. I'm going to pull up me little ninja mask. So half my face is covered. All right. And then as we approach the boat, did I notice any activity on the deck?
You did see what appears to be movement on the top deck. There's not much light up there, and being at the angle you're at, you don't necessarily know who's up there or how many people are up there, but you did see some movement.
All right. And is there any portholes on the ship or like spots for cannons to come out? Because
Make me an
ideally,
investigation check.
all right. 7.
7. You don't see any. You do know that this ship has cannons, so you have, you know that there should be some somewhere, but you don't necessarily see any from the angle you're at right now.
Do we see any hanging candles? Anything?
Any what?
What are the light sources on this ship?
There is some glowing coming from the top deck, so probably some torches up there. You can see sort of in the middle through sort of, cracks in the hull that there is torchlight coming from inside the ship as well.
Now, Arch, I don't know how you best think we should approach this, but if you remember, we've done this a few times. I have the ability to make some fire if need be. I think it might not be a bad idea to start one maybe on the other side, get their attention once we come up our side. Unless you had a better idea.
I feel like that is drawing too much attention right off the bat. Whereas I think I'd like to try to get a grappling hook up there, but not quite to the edge of the ship. More so like below it, so then I can climb up because I'm all nimbly wimbly, peek over the edge, figure out what's going on, climb down, Bob's your uncle, we'll figure out what we're doing here.
That's why you're the boss.
Oh. Do you see anywhere that I could hook a grappling hook without actually going over the lip of the ship? Can I re-roll like a perception check with his help now?
I thought you were saying that to kid.
Well, I was, but I want to
Oh,
like.
right.
I
Yeah,
was basically requesting to re-roll.
yeah, go ahead. Give me another investigation.
Okay, come
Can I
on.
assist?
Yeah, you can assist.
We're looking at.
You're,
Yeah,
you're,
I'm
you're
gonna I'm
both
gonna
looking.
assist him on that. You can roll with advantage there, Arch.
All right, well that'd be a 17. That's a little bit
There
bad.
you go. You do notice you sort of skipped over it the first time. But you can just sort of catch the flickering of torchlight off a cannon. So there, you can sort of see a porthole about halfway up the ship,
Or halfway up. All right.
almost directly underneath where your guy's boat is.
All right. Well, I'll try to. Is the cannon sticking out, or is it like recessed in?
It's recessed in.
All right. Well, I'd like to try to throw a grappling hook up into the window of the little porthole.
I would like you to make me a strength check, please.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on him.
Is there anyone else who's a little bit stronger who would like to throw the grappling hook up into the window? Because I'm just a little fella.
Arch, I got this. I'll attempt to throw that over. Not great. That's a 6.
You spin the grappling hook around, you release it. You're not exactly well trained with grappling hooks. You've not used them a lot before, and you kind of misjudged really how hard you have to throw it. It sort of almost reaches and then falls back down.
I look at Horace. I was just warming up. You want me to try that again?
Well,
Yeah, if you're gonna try again, give it another throw. Give it another strength check.
Yeah, that time was a 17.
There you go. This time you've got the hang of it now. You spin around, you lob it up, and it goes right through the porthole and catches.
all right. Well, I'd like to scurry up the little rope there.
You will have to make me an athletics, please.
And that will be a 17.
17, you climb right up. No problem at all. And the
All right.
porthole, it's not a big porthole, but being a halfling, it's not very hard for you to sort of, wiggle in if you would like to.
Yeah, I'd like to slip in there.
You sort of can squeeze past the cannon. Let me give you a little bit of vision on the map. This is just for reference. But
Okay.
you're sort of in the lower deck. You can see the cannons. There's nobody in there right now. You can see the cannons. There's some crates of stuff.
Yes,
and
no
there's
one
two walls on either side.
and there's no one in there with
That you can see or perceive, anyone.
that I can see or perceive. Or I'd like to still stay hidden, still stay stealthy. But I'd like to make my way to the stairs. I would like to ascend them.
Well, if you're going to ascend the stairs, you're doing this stealthily, correct?
Yes.
I didn't give me a stealth check.
All right. 8 plus 7 is 15.
15. So are you just going like straight up the stairs onto the top deck? How are you?
No.
How are you going about this?
I kind of like to sneak up them, kind of like very slowly. So when I get to the top, I can kind of just like peek and try to gauge what the outside the door situation is going on there.
Okay, so you sneak up these stairs. You peek your head over, very stealthily, very silent, and you do see a few people up top, sort of walking around, sort of inspecting the ship. Some have torches, some don't. As best you can see, there's 4 or 5. You're not exactly sure, but you can see about 4 or 5 people up there.
All right. And they're just kind of walking around. What are they doing?
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of walking around, peering over the side a bit, just chatting away with each other. There's 2 in the corner that it looks like they're playing some sort of dice game.
Do they seem like a lively bunch? Weapons on them visible or can see?
Oh yeah, they're all carrying
visibly
weapons
armed.
as far as you can see. Yeah, they've all got
Right.
swords or scimitars. Some have crossbows.
All right. Do I see anyone that looks like they're definitely a captain, or do I see a captain's quarters?
You can see captain's quarters. Door's closed.
Doors,
Go
is
ahead
there a
and
window?
make me a how about a perception check to see if you can tell if any are the captain.
All right, that's a 13.
You can't really tell. Captain could be there. Captain could be somewhere else.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back down the stairs, back out through the window down the road, and I'd like to relay this said invitation to me pals.
All right, it's gonna get lively. I'm
Yeah, so
excited.
if we're gonna take the shit down anyway, well, I would like to at least try to get the information as quietly as possible. And then we can turn the volume up a little bit.
Let's make sure you try and get the communications before you blow up the ship, please.
Yeah.
We're
I'd
professionals.
like to know who this
We
guy's
know what we're
talking to.
doing.
Well, I've worked with Archie a lot. I don't know if professional is the best way to put it.
While that exchange was going, I was pulling my dagger out and like checking the sharpness and like kind of flipping it around, getting all ready, loosey goosey. All right. Well. Oh, also the porthole I crawled in through. Do I think that the kid will fit through it, or was it tight even for me?
If you guys move the cannon out of the way, you feel like he could make it through. It'd be a
All
tight
right.
squeeze, but he could do it.
All right. Well then, kid, do you want to try to go in through the porthole and be a little bit stealthy, or do we want to try to go over the side and hope that no one's walking by at the time? Or because I really think that the fire is just gonna create too much activity on the top deck. Granted, if it's on the other side of the ship, it could work to our advantage.
I want to start a fire.
All right, fuck it.
My vote is on option 3.
All right. Well,
Before you guys go off, I do have one more thing to give you. And Horace sort of holds out. It's almost like this sort of mechanical device. You don't really know what it does. It almost looks like a kitchen timer. You can sort of twist it. And he says, when you guys find the alchemist fire, put this on, set the timer. I have no idea how it works. Some of the boys in the guild rigged it up. But it should be strong enough to shatter the vials the alchemist fires in. You attach this, you set the timer, gives you about 15 or 20 minutes before it'll shatter. Once you blow up
where are
those
you
vials,
gonna be?
the ship's gonna go up. I'm gonna be down here.
You're not gonna leave us.
Not gonna leave you.
I look over at Archie.
Gotta make sure no one gets our getaway boat.
it's all right.
Don't leave.
It's all right. Old horse here. He owes me more than once. All right. Let's kick this candle off.
All right. Can I see the sails from where we are?
Jesus fuck! You're gonna light the sails on fire.
Yeah, I mean you can see the sails.
You don't know that.
I don't know that.
I am gonna cast bonfire on the sails.
All right. What exactly does bonfire do?
Create bonfire. If it's within 60 feet of me, I create a magic bonfire that fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature within that space, which I'm just aiming for the sails, but it would be 1d8 fire damage. And it ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn carrying.
Okay. Sails burst
Yeah,
into
I'm
flame.
gonna look up. I'm gonna light it. And you're gonna see the reflection of the fire in my eyes. I smile just ever so slightly.
Are you guys are roughly in the middle of the ship? Are you setting the front sails or the back sails on fire? Just for
the furthest point away from us, whichever is further away.
Okay, that'd be the front, I would say.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's the one that I would say.
Burst into flame. All of a sudden, you hear lots of screaming coming from the top of the ship. There's people yelling off the side. The fire! We've got a fire! All hands on deck! And it sounds like it's chaos.
All right. Well, you want to throw a grappling hook up there? Because as we previously discussed, I am very weak.
Is the grappling hook from before still, or are we throwing it higher over the very top railing?
Higher up
Grappling
over the
hook's
top rail.
still in the porthole.
Do we have another grappling hook?
You just got the one. I mean, you could try and dislodge the other one.
We didn't do that.
Oh,
You didn't do that
fuck.
before you came down.
Let's just go. We'll go up where you went, and then we'll just come
All
up that
right.
way.
Fuck it. Let's go. Climb up on the boat.
I'll
Okay,
climb
while
up
this is
after.
going on. Oh, can you both roll me? Yeah, just real quick. Acrobatics. See if you get him.
All right.
13.
11.
11, you're up and in. It's a little bit of a struggle. You're a bit tired. What'd you get? Sorry, kid.
13.
Oh, 13. Yeah, same. You managed to get in. Not much of a problem. Okay, so while you guys are climbing up into the porthole, Trogg and the as of yet unnamed character, you both can hear that there's something pretty crazy going on. Right now, you guys are both sort of bound and gagged. You're not together. You can't see each other. In fact, the two of you don't know the other one exists. But you can definitely hear that there's something crazy, something outside the norm that is going on up top. Trogg, you can't see anything. You can see a bit. There's a little bit of light filtering in, but you're basically in a cage covered with a cloth. So you can't see much outside, but you can sort of see glowing torchlight that sort of permeates through the kind of shitty tattered cloth they threw over the cage. Whereas our unnamed character, also bound and gagged, you can sort of look out of. You're sort of locked in a room behind this heavy set door, but there is a slit with bars in it, as a kind of tiny window that you can look out of. There's no one down there with you, but you can definitely hear a lot of commotion going on.
All I'm doing is sitting there, just covered in sweat.
With me being bound, I'm just gonna be screaming. Do I hear any movement or anything around, like near me?
There's nothing so much near you. Let's switch back to our other two real quick. So you guys climb through the porthole, and what are you doing?
Or do we want to
around?
stay?
Are you?
Do we want to stay on the lower decks for now? See if we can pick off any stragglers, and maybe we can find something down here to help us. While
I
they're
think
contending with the fire.
they're probably storing the alchemist flame down here. So we should probably try to find that.
Well,
Set up a
we
little
wanna go
fire
and-
gift. And then we can go up top, find the captain, figure this shit out, and get out of here.
you lead the way. I'll watch your back.
All right. Well,
So we're going stealthy still, Ian, but we're looking for the fire, and I'm looking out for any folks along the way. Anyone who hasn't made it topside yet.
Can you roll me a stealth check then? Both of you, please.
Ruh-roh. I have to roll with disadvantage. 10.
10.
21.
And Archie, 21. Well,
Where'd
Archie,
you go?
Absolutely no noise. He's a light little halfling. It's much easier for him to be stealthy than this big half elf. He's sort of not thundering around, but And then back down to Trogg. You do hear a bit of movement above you. That strangely, there's so much commotion going on in another part of the ship. Lots of panic, it seems. People running around and screaming. That these other footsteps that are moving very slowly and deliberately, they do stand out to you.
Are they approaching my direction? Like, are they coming towards my cage?
They are above you.
Okay. And also, what am I tied up with? Is it rope or string?
Yeah, tied up with rope. and you have sort of just like a cloth wrapped around you, sort of, like a makeshift gag.
Okay. Can I try to untie it? To free my hands.
You can. Let's see. How about you roll me a... Sleight of hand? Does that make sense? To sort of wiggle out of...
Yeah.
Bound? Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
15.
15. You can't quite get them off. They definitely feel like they're loosening, though. As you sort of struggle and, you're starting to get a bit chafed from, like, rope burn and such. They're not off, but they definitely do feel looser.
Well, now that I gave that the old try, I'm just going to keep yelling out and gagged.
Okay. Unnamed character. Still just sitting and sweating?
Yeah, I would try to rip off anything on me. If I could try to do like a strength. Mm-hmm.
You can hear the noises that Trogg is making, by the way. It sounds like, for you, it sounds like he's kind of on the opposite end of the ship as where you are, but the same level. And then, could you also make me a strength? You're trying to sort of bust out of your ropes.
17.
17. You're really straining. You're using all your strength. Same thing. I mean, this is sailing rope. This is well-made rope.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not very easy to just by pure strength, rip it apart. So you can't rip your way out of it. But I would say you also do feel it. It is getting a bit looser, I'll say.
Yeah, and I would imagine
I've
been trying to do this for hours, and I realize it's still not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine you were probably struggling to get out for a while. So, Archie and Kid, what are you guys up to?
Still just moving down. We're trying to be tactical about it, checking all the doors, checking all the extra rooms as we're passing down the way. I'm still trying to find people to kill. Have I seen anyone I can kill?
You've not seen anyone you can kill. Well, it depends. If you look at the map, are you going towards the left or towards the right? So you guys are in this sort of central part of the lower deck. It's cannons, munitions, some crates of stuff. You haven't really opened any of the crates, but there's crates of stuff. You can maybe see like gunpowder or such for fanning.
These cannonballs, they explode, right? There's like a fuse on them. Do you know?
I don't know, or will, because I don't shoot fucking cannons.
Fair enough. I didn't know you and Horace were best friends. All right, I'm gonna go check very quickly. Check these cannonballs. I want to see if they're the ones that have the fuse in them that they're set to explode after they hit their target.
Okay, you walk over. You look at the cannonballs. They're just solid iron.
Well, shit. Never mind then. Yeah, we're just gonna. Well, Archie, you're leading the way. You tell me where you want to go. I'll follow.
I'm going to start kind of looking. I'd like to see if any of the boxes there have the alchemist fire in them. Just kind of slowly moving about, kind of peeking in boxes, making my way.
Yeah, none of the boxes have any alchemist fire. It's mostly just more munitions, cannonballs, some supply. None of them seem to have any of the... I don't know if I mentioned it. These guys were smuggling weapons. None of them seem to have any, like, smuggled weapons or alchemist fire or anything, any of the stuff you're really looking for. Just generic sailing supplies.
Well, right. Arch, we can just go up the same way you went before. You're at least familiar with that route.
On both sides, you do see sort of on the... Maybe I didn't block it good enough. There is a door right there, closed door. And then there's two closed doors on the same level. Well, one door is open on this, but there are two doors, one open, one closed. And then the one door in the back is also closed.
I think we should go to the open door, but that's just me.
Alright, well, I still think we need to locate that alchemist fire before we do anything. So, do you want to split up or do you want to go together?
I'm all right doing whatever you call it, but we gotta do it quick.
Alright, let's investigate these rooms real quick. We gotta find that alchemist fire. So,
And
let's.
I take back what I said. We should stick together. I don't want us to get separated up here, down here.
Alright, alright. Let's make our way to the open door.
I'm gonna
Still
cut the
being
pie.
stealthy.
Cut the pie. See if I can see what's in without revealing too much of myself in the door.
Sure. You peek your head in. I'm not even gonna ask you to roll for this because there's nobody in there.
Do you see anything that could be?
What you do see is basically just looks to be. Oh wait, I think I just hit that reveal. Basically, just the crew quarters, empty, nobody in there. You can probably guess because of the commotion above. Anybody that was in there quickly ran to the top deck. It does look like there are some things in disarray, as if people were very quickly woken up.
So very quick, nothing to value.
No one in there.
Nothing to value. That looks
Give
like
me an investigation.
Fetch me.
Give me an
Yeah.
investigation check.
Right, that is 7.
7. You don't find anything that looks particularly valuable. I mean, you see some weapons that were kind of left behind in their haste to get up and help. You know, some daggers, a sword, but nothing sticks out as particularly valuable.
Nothing in this side. All right, let's double back there, Archie. And on our way out, I'm going to cast bonfire again. It's a cantrip, so I'm going to light this room on fire. And then we're going to close the door. I'm going to close the door on the way out.
What are
All right.
you doing?
Room catches on fire.
What?
And I close the door. Well, if the fire up there doesn't tend to them long enough, they'll come down here and worry about this one. Buy some more time. And it's in a place we already checked.
Alright, well, I suppose we can't all ring that bell. So, maybe let's discuss the next time we're going to start a fire on the goddamn ship we're on. Come on now, that's structural. I think that's what we're doing right now.
All right, time to move on.
Alright. Well, so we realize that other door on this wall is to that room, right? Like, that's
both those doors are to the crew quarters.
Alright. Let's go to the far end of the building. Still, being stealthy. Kind of just trying to not to raise too much of a ruckus.
Yep, still being stealthy. I mean, there's no one down in the lower holds, the lower deck. So you can just walk across. There's lots of commotion still going on, obviously, up on the top deck. So there's not really too many people listening or paying attention to what might be going on below deck. But you get to the back of the deck, back of the lower deck, and you're at the door. It seems to be unlocked.
All right. Like to slowly kind of creak it open, kind of peek in.
Creak it open, you peek in, and you see what appears to be just a generic storeroom of sorts. Lots of supplies in there. Yeah, just kind of just more crates. Don't really know what's in them, but there's crates, barrels.
Oh, we can do a quick inspection of this room before moving on. I'm going to take one side. He takes the other.
Yep. I'd like to.
Both give me an investigation check, please.
Motherfucker. I rolled a 10.
Right, that's a 19.
I'm not being thorough at all.
So you're giving it a quick run around. Kid, you don't find too much. Again, it's sort of more of the same supplies as in the main part of the deck. But Archie, on the other hand, you're sort of moving crates around, and you see what appears to be a trap door hidden underneath a few of them.
Hey, kid, come over here.
Yeah?
Oh,
Fistful of nothing on mine.
Well, I see a trap door right there. And if I was going to hide, a potentially dangerous chemical, it'd be underneath there. So how about We move some of these boxes off. Pop down there, see what's down there going on there. What do you say, bud?
I lift up the trapdoor.
There's the ladder.
Okay, I was gonna say I would check for traps, but I'm really excited, so I just left it up.
There's the ladder. Goes down.
A ladder.
What's the lighting situation?
There's some very faint torchlight.
All right. I'll start down the ladder.
I'm gonna
Find
follow.
out.
You go down the ladder, and you see. Let me reveal some stuff. Once again, you're kind of in a. I mean, it's like, oh shit, that's not reveal. Reveal. You're in a hold. Obviously, meant to be hidden by the fact that they hid the door. You guys pop down the ladder, sort of right here. Well, I can't make the circle anymore. Anyway, you're in the back, sort of. You do see a door along this right-hand wall. It is barred and has a padlock on it. Now that you are down into this lower hold, you do hear from the other end of the hold sort of a muffled.
That doesn't sound like no alchemist. You hear that?
Oh, I do. Kind of sounds like a prisoner.
That wasn't a part of the plan.
No, no, it wasn't. But if he's being held by these assholes, is it really fair to burn him to death?
Well, fair has nothing to do with it, but they could be high value prisoners. Maybe we can get a couple bucks off.
Hey, oh, I like the way you think that.
Yeah.
All
right. Bit of a. You said there's a lock.
Well, the muffled sounds are coming from the other hold. There is a door along the wall you guys are standing next to you guys, sort of barred and has a padlock on it. But the muffled sounds are coming from the opposite side.
You want to. You have more deft fingers than I do.
I'm going to try to pick the lock.
While he's doing that, I'm going to knock.
Hey, you knock on the door.
Yeah, just a little one.
Well, I will say you guys didn't come down this ladder particularly stealthily. So you kind of just saunter right up to the door, and through the little barred window, you see someone's looking out the window at you.
Oh,
and I'll give Derek his opportunity to introduce what they see.
What you can see as I'm sitting on my butt, just kind of staring at you, is, like I said earlier, a Seth Rogen-like kind of orc. I'm known as a firbolg. So I am peach-colored, brown, curly hair, covered in leaves and dust, with just a loincloth on.
DM, have I ever seen anything like this? Do I know what he is?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. That actually wasn't too bad. 17.
And Ian, can I see them staring at me?
You can't see Archie because he's quite short, but you can definitely see Kid.
Okay. Sweat is dripping down even more down the back of my neck.
All right. Well, just to clear this up, I'm working on the door.
While you're working on the door, you can roll me a lock picking. Wow.
Right.
Kid figures out how smart he is. So then, Kid, what did you get for your intelligence check?
17.
17. You've never actually seen one before. But you do know that there are giant races. Though this one seems a lot smaller than what you've heard when it concerning giants. You don't exactly know he's a firbolg, but you know he's of those kind of races. Yeah, one of the giant races.
Arch, we got like a little furry giant thing in here. Hey, little furry giant thing.
I mean, I say little. He's still 7 feet tall. He's
like
smaller
little.
than you've heard stories of. Whereas, stories of giants are like 15 feet tall.
Hey, big feller. If we let you out of there, are you gonna rip us to pieces, or are we gonna be able to get along?
Trogg, you also hear this as they start.
I'm
The
just.
muffled screaming gets louder as you guys are speaking.
I'm just going to look down and just grunt. Just.
All right. Well, what do you think there about, kid? Should we even bother with it, son?
I don't know. Do we have anything that we can like wrap this feller up if he gets a little bit squirrely on us, or?
Well, he's already
You can see he's already bound.
Oh! He already did the hard work for us, so we can just take him as is if need be.
All right. Well, I came up with an 11
And 11
on the lock picking. Yeah.
on the lock picking. Where did I write down the DC for that? So you sit there as, kids distracting you a bit, talking about this giant thing that you can't even see. You have no idea what he's talking about. And you feel like you're getting somewhere, but you can't quite pick it. You can't quite get it to unlock for you.
These damn newfangled fucking locks.
Having some performance issues there, Archie. That happens to the best of us.
Do you want to get down here and try and pick these fucking locks here?
I'll give it a shot. I mean, I used to watch my brother do it all the time. I'm sure I could. I picked
Throw
up
my
a couple
fucking
things.
hands up in the air, step back. It's all
As you guys
fucking
are,
yours.
as you guys are still arguing about picking the locks, you still hear in the back.
You want to check out that other one? Well, by the time you turn around, I'll get this one figured out. Okay. I don't have a proficiency. I don't think I have a proficiency in this. I lied. I am proficient in. Wait, is it Thieves' Tools?
Yeah.
Thieves' Tools, yeah.
Lockpicking?
Would be lockpicking.
Sweet.
Can I make one more strength check?
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled a 14, by the way.
14. You definitely feel like you got closer than Archie. Still no dice.
Well, I just about got it. How strong does this lock look?
It's an iron lock. I mean, it is a padlock. Try to bash it off if you wanted to.
I'm gonna pull out my hand axe and just wail on this thing.
All right. How about you give me a strength check?
I got a 14 to try to break away again.
14. I would say at this point the bindings are quite loose. You're still not totally free yet, but you definitely do have a lot more range of motion than you did before.
And I rolled a 22.
22 strength.
Yes. 19 plus.
Yeah, okay, you take your hand axe, you lined it up really good, you give a massive swing, lock just splits in half.
I told you I'd get it. I'm going to hand you back your lock tools. Sorry, I was a bit loud there.
Also, are my hands tied behind my back with rope, or are they in front of me, or how am I situated?
They were sort of... Oh, it's going to be hard to see. They're like in front of you, but like... How to explain? Yeah, they're basically just in front of you, just bound at the wrists, kind of.
All right. Well, what do you think? Do we,
What's in that other, where we heard the other muffled voice? The other door
I
there.
don't know. I can't see through the fucking window because I'm short, you dumb cunt.
Do you want me to pick you up? I'll just look.
If
I'll
you
look through
pick me
the.
up, I'll stab you in your fucking neck.
I'm gonna look through the bars. I got him, by the way.
Of the back door.
Yes.
So there's no light in this room. Only what little light filters through the bars in the window.
I have dark. I have dark vision.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. What you see in this room, and this door is unlocked, by the way. No lock on this one. Just more barrels, more crates. But you do see something covered by a cloth, that appears to be where the sounds are coming from.
I'm gonna open this door, and then I'm gonna look back at Archie. That's 2 doors. 2 for me and 0 for you. Huh. All right.
Get a whole bag of dicks there, mate.
Do we want to secure this guy here before we move into this next room, or?
You said that he's gagged, right? He can't talk. Let's try to ask
He's
him
gagged,
some
he can't
questions
talk.
there. I'm going to walk up to the big fella and
Ooh,
try
I'm gonna
to
follow in behind him. So I'm staying
try
close to Archie.
to like.
So
I'm gonna
you're just
point.
ignoring the back door where you hear the muffled screaming coming from.
Archie is my priority.
Okay, just checking.
I would like to remove the gag from the big fella's mouth.
I would say for Trogg, it's starting to get real hot in that room you're in.
Yeah.
You don't know why, but you're really
started a
sweat.
fire. Right, puppy.
Can I try to slip out of my things again?
Yeah, go for it. Give me another sleight of hand.
I'm just staring at the kid and Archie the whole time. No words.
22.
Hey there, big fella.
22.
Ooh, 22.
With 22, I will say you do manage to slip one of your hands off. So both your hands are now free.
I'm gonna rip the gag off. And how big are the slits in the crate?
They're not big enough for you to stick a hand through.
Hey! Anyone out there? Oh, that one else got in.
Oh shit, Archie! It's going pear-shaped, and I'm gonna run into the. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. You figure out him. I'm gonna go into the other room, see what I can hear with this voice calling out. I have my weapon drawn at this point, by the way, because I don't know if this is.
Yeah, you can pinpoint the crate that it's coming out of. It is a crate that's kind of like nailed shut.
How large is this crate?
I mean, you could fit like a human person in it if they were like sitting down.
Looking around this room, do I see anything else? Anything dangerous? Anything I should be concerned about?
There's more barrels. You don't know what's in them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cautiously approach the crate. Is that noise is coming from you? Can you keep your voice down? We don't have anyone over here.
By now, you can see sort of fire creeping along the ceiling above where you're standing. Above where you're standing.
Well, shit. How do I get this thing open? Do I need a lock?
No lock. It's just a crate. I open the lid if you want to.
I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay, I mean, it's just a normal crate. You don't have to try very hard. You just catch under the lid, pull it out, nails come out. And Trogg, would you like to tell us what the kid sees inside this crate?
The kid sees a just under 3 foot frog-like creature. He's red with some gold markings on him. And that's about it for him.
Do I have any idea what this is?
Give me another intelligence.
18.
You're clueless.
We don't have time for this.
My guy, thank you. Hey.
All right, I was trying to figure out what way you were going with this accent.
Yeah.
my
Was not what I
my
thought you
guy.
were going with.
My
My
guy.
guy,
Hey.
my wife.
This box here. This box is getting kind of hot. Come on. Can you help me?
Ye-
Come on, let's go.
Yep, you're sort of thing. Check out some of these crates before we leave. It looks like things are about to get real hot in here, a lot hotter. So we're looking for anything of value. Alchemist fire that's supposed to be out in this somewhere in this ship. Just look at those crates. Tell me what you see.
All
I'm
right,
gonna look
I'll
on the other side of the room.
go look in these crates.
Give me an
Alright.
investigation.
Jesus fucking Christ. Natural one. I'm just so enraptured by what I'm seeing.
Yeah, you're just so shocked. You've never seen a talking frog before. You're just so confused. You're really
I'm very
reevaluating
distracted.
your whole right now.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Well, you do find crates and crates of weapons. I mean, it's very clear these guys are weapon smugglers based on how many weapons we found. You do find a crate of alchemist fire as well. One box just filled with these vials of this viscous green liquid. And you do find in another crate a small amount of iron ore, and also what you believe to be an amount of cold iron ore. Not a lot of cold iron ore, but you could probably get enough to make like a dagger or a short sword out of it if you find a proper smith.
Hey, buddy.
I just got a bunch of straw. I just got a bunch of straw over here. You got anything over there?
Buddy, I got these vials right here. There's some other stuff over here.
Hey, Archie.
All right, big fella. This is what I need to know. Are you gonna hurt me when I let your hands out?
Why?
Why do I want to know? Are you gonna hurt me, or why would I let your hands out?
Why let me out?
Well, I'm gonna burn this fucking boat up, and I don't want
Did
to
you
cook
take-
you.
Did you take his gag out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you're saying that.
Absolutely covered in sweat. Also,
Well, you're awfully sweaty. You feeling all right?
fine.
All right. Well, do you want to get cooked up in the boat, or would you like to be my friend?
Fire has now spread to about halfway across the ceiling of the hold you guys are in.
Listen, I don't have a lot of time, so come with me or get cooked up. Your choice. And I'm gonna cut his hand ties. And is there any other ties on him?
I'll
All the
Hey,
ropes,
Archie,
anything
check
you
this
bound
out.
by is free now.
Yep. He's a big free boy. And then I'm gonna run out of the room and towards the kid's voice.
This time, I'm now looking up. I see the fire coming. I wait for this small creature to run away from me, and I will eventually stand up, stretching out, and begin to follow.
Hey, Arch, we got these vials, alchemist fire in here. We got the weapons too that they were smuggling.
All right. Well, I don't give a rat's
And
fucking
I
ass.
found this guy.
Hey there.
I don't know if I.
What in the fuck is that?
We can
Hey,
talk
how
about
you
it
doing?
later. Fire's getting
All
way
right.
too hot. I want to know the
I
next
also-
thing, though. We gotta get out.
Yeah, we gotta get these fucking vials out of here because if they catch on fire, then we're really fucked. Because we haven't even found the goddamn captain yet. But you want to start fucking lighting fires already? So let's go.
We can
Move
argue
these-
about this later. I'm gonna pocket a couple of these vials.
Pocket a couple of the vials. Okay.
I'm going to stand in the middle of the door frame and say, I need my wand.
What
We can give
was
you this
that?
crate. You want to carry this crate?
My
What?
wand.
You
All
understand what
right,
he's saying?
where? I have no idea what he's saying. It is Vond. Vond.
A
What in
wand?
the fuck?
Is it in this room?
Fire's starting
No.
to get real close to that ladder.
Yeah. We've got, yeah.
All right,
But
get
big
these
guy.
fucking crates out of here.
Yeah, have the big guy carry it. We got all weapons. We're just gonna continue on.
Hey, big guy,
We gotta find this.
tell me what your wand looks like, and I'll go take a look for you. You know, I gotta find my stuff here too. I need my flute.
Magic froggy.
Okay.
Yeah. Call me a frog. Call me a frog all you want. I'm not a toad. Name's Trogg the Frog. Okay.
I'm gonna leave.
Well, this fucking Disney's movie's going on. Or I'd like to fucking start trying to push the Kate of Alchemist Fire out of this room that's clearly gonna fucking burn here shortly.
Yeah, give me a strength check because the crate's almost as big as you are. Probably weighs
Right.
much.
I'm a fucking just a little fella. Alright, and that is a 5. It doesn't even move.
Yeah, it's very, very slowly just scraping across the floor.
Will somebody move this goddamn fire before we all blow up?
I'll
Can
take
I look
a.
around to see if I find the big furry guy and my stuff anywhere?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Another nat 20.
Nat 20. Yeah, you find it right away. They didn't really particularly try to hide it. It was just sort of thrown on top of some crates. So you do find your pack, anything you were captured with, and you find what would appear to be the wand that the big furry guy's talking about, as well as that he.
Hey, Chewie, is this what you're looking for here?
My wand.
Yeah, your wand. It's right here. Come get it.
I will walk up, slowly
Run up.
grab it. Run. I will run up to this frog. Give me.
The fire is now at about the trapdoor. So
You are all
you guys are
dead.
gonna be you guys are gonna be in for a bit of pain if you wait much longer to climb out of here.
I rolled a strength and got a 15.
Oh yeah, I mean
Fuck it.
you're a big strong guy, man. You basically just put that crate on your shoulder and walk it out.
Got my wand. I'm ready.
All right, we gotta go, and I'm gonna start heading up.
Alright, following behind him.
Can I hop onto the furry one's shoulder?
If he lets you, sure.
Yeah, you can jump up. My shoulder dips just a bit, and then I'm slightly comfortable, and I'll let you stay there.
Yep, I'm climbing this. I'm leaving this area.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go up this door, or sorry, up the ladder through the trapdoor. The entire lower deck is it's on fire. It's engulfed in flames. And are you going back through the door you came in from? I'm assuming.
If we continue, there's another door on the opposite side of this area, or is this the only? Was the trapdoor the only way, or the way we came in?
Down, and then yeah, the door you came in is the only door back out.
Yeah,
Everything outside this area is basically on fire.
Since we're in the storeroom, essentially, does it look like there are any? Because we already searched this room. Do I remember there being any crates or barrels that had water in them?
There was 1 or 2 crates with water. There were 1 or 2 crates that had some rum in it.
If there's any that had any water in them, I'm gonna take whatever excess clothing I have out of my pack, soak that, and wrap myself in the wet clothing.
Okay.
Can I jump into the water?
I was just gonna say, I would also jump into the water.
Okay, you both jump into the water together.
Oh, I see how to.
You both have a moment of inspiration at exactly the same time.
All right,
And then I'm leaving
well,
the
I'm
room.
out. Yep, I'm gonna book it. We need to get upstairs, kid. We still need to
Yep.
talk to the fucking captain. What is this
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. I'm running out the room and as quickly as I can, trying to get topside.
Can you
Okay, well,
magically turn this fire
out the
off?
room, and you find yourself face to face with another person who also looks like he's running for the stairs. And he just looks at you and goes, "Who the hell are you?"
Who are you?
I have a hand axe out. I'm gonna take a swing at his face.
Well, roll initiative for me.
That is 11.
All right, I
That'll
got a
be
15.
a 22.
Is anyone else taking part in this combat?
So where am I at exactly?
Well, I'd imagine you were kind of at the back. You didn't do anything with the water, did you?
No, I've just been following them.
Yeah, okay, so the kid and Archie have run out of the room. You guys are basically just like... Damn, I can't remember how I made those circles. Anyway, that little, like, yellow square. They're basically standing there. The other person is also out there, and you're kind of standing in the doorway.
I'm going to look at the fire surrounding the ship and begin to cast Control Flame to make it spread even further.
Alright, how about, let's put you in the initiative order as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let me roll.
So, hold on, I need to write all these down. So, sorry, kid, what did you get, an 11?
Yes.
Archie, you had a 22?
Yep.
Trogg, are you taking part in this combat?
I am. I got a 6.
6, okay.
I got a 10.
Hey, well, then Archie, you're up. It's one guy.
Oh,
Just one piratey looking dude.
all right, well, I'm gonna pull me dag out. I'm gonna fucking stab him.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
That's a dexterity because it's a finesse weapon, right?
That's correct.
Yes.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, you hit him.
All right. What is a dagger's damage? Fuck. Oh, it's a 1d4. Right? Let me look here. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. Plus your dex bonus?
Yeah, plus your dex bonus.
Alright, 4 plus 3 is 7.
Okay, 7 damage. So you pull out your dagger. You go straight for this guy. You give him a nice stab. Sort of goes right through his leather armor.
Real quick. Is he within 5 feet of another enemy? Yeah, he is, because
Yeah,
He's
he's
face to
the
face
kid's right there.
yeah, you
with
and
an ally,
him and kid are
yeah.
basically like face to face.
Alright. Yep, sneak attack. So, an extra d6 damage.
Sorry, you said you rolled a 7, right, already?
Yeah,
Okay.
plus 5. So 13
Okay, so
points of damage.
You pull this dagger out. That's 12 points of damage.
Yeah, I can't math.
So you pull this dagger out. This guy's surprised. He has no idea there are other people on the ship. No idea who you are. You give him a nice stab. Goes straight through the leather armor. Right into one of his vital organs. Drops dead.
Did I just
All
one-shot
right.
him?
You just one-shot him.
Alright.
Glad we took all that time rolling initiative order.
Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. I am gonna take half a second to search this body, though. Are there any identifying features? Is there anything that he has on his person? Any notes or any standing orders? Anything that I can find?
No. He had a scimitar. He had a crossbow, a light crossbow. Nothing that sets him apart as like a captain or part of the, first mate, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm gonna take the crossbow and put it with my kit,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna continue up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, well, you guys go up the stairs, and it's basically complete carnage. Like, everything's on fire. Things are in flames. Just as you're going up the stairs, you see one last crew member dive off the side of the ship, presumably swimming to shore. So
Well-
as of right now, as far as you can tell, there's nobody on the ship. And the top side is just almost completely engulfed in flames.
Well, if he's a good captain, he'll go down with his ship. Right? That's a thing. I know.
He might be a shitty captain, but we should check his quarters all the same if we can do it quick enough. And if
Right,
it's not,
because maybe we'll just
on fire.
maybe we'll just find lettuce there, and we won't have to worry about fucking talking to the captain. All
Can
right.
you all make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
18.
18,
19.
19,
5.
5,
18.
18. Okay. It's very, very hot up here. There's fire everywhere. Kid, Archie, firbolg. I don't have to call you yet. Firbolg. You guys are able to sort of withstand it for now. Trogg, on the other hand, you're an amphibious race. You're not used to quite such an intense heat. But because you did dip yourself in the water before you came out, I'll give you half damage, so you're going to take 2 points of fire.
I'm gonna run over to the side of the boat where the boat is with Horace.
You don't see him directly where he was. He did row. He's still there. He just rowed a bit farther away from the burning ship.
Do I feel? Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can yell out to him. Hey, we got 2 more coming down to you. We're bringing 2 back with us.
No response.
Oh.
Seems like maybe he didn't hear you.
All right, let's check out the captain's quarters.
Right. I'd like to also check out the captain's quarters, open the door, go on to look around.
So there's no one in the captain quarters. You can imagine the captain quarters used to be somewhat ornate before they burst into flames. And yeah, if you're searching them, anyone who's searching, give me an investigation.
Yeah. Do you want us each to do an individual check, or just to give Jesse advantage?
Just anyone who's investigating.
All right, I'll roll that.
All
I rolled
right,
a
that'll
natural
be it. Mine will be a
20?
21.
2021. Okay, so you do see the captain did have a desk. It was a very nice desk, probably very expensive. On the desk were various books, various papers, charts, navigation stuff. You do see a sealed envelope. Has a wax seal on it. No insignia, no name on the wax seal, just a generic, sort of circular one. That is getting very charred.
All right, I'm gonna grab all the papers that are on fire that look kind of important. I'm gonna grab them, bundle them up, throw them in my bag, and turn to the kids and let's get fucking going.
While he's grabbing that stuff, you said this office used to look ornate. Is there anything in it that is still valuable?
You said you rolled a nat 20, right?
I rolled a 19.
Oh, a 19, sorry. Okay.
I rolled a 21 though.
And a 21. Okay, so while you are searching around, you do find a chest by the captain's bed. inside the chest is 1 potion of healing, 1 cracked drift globe, which I'll explain what that does later, as well as 30 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna
Right.
pocket that and follow.
Take it
Follow
all.
Archie
Let's fucking boogie.
All right, we're gonna head out and go either down the side of the ship or just fucking jump off toward where Horace's
Right.
ship is.
I'm just gonna run and just do a very graceful swan dive out into the ocean.
Yep. I will say, as you're leaving the captain, you do notice on the land side that most of the pirates who jumped off the ship are now sitting on the beach. There's a bonfire there. There's a tent there. You don't know where the captain is, if the captain made it off the ship, but you would assume that if the captain did get off the ship, he's probably somewhere on the beach.
How many figures can we make
Well,
out?
now that the ship is totally on fire, it's giving off quite a bit of light. You can see roughly. Well, you killed the one guy, so you can see about 7 or 8 people crowding on the beach.
All right.
Right before I jump off, I'm going to turn to the 2 people that we just rescued. Let us do the talking when we get there, because I'm not sure how our companion out there takes to guests.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love me.
I jump.
Who could not love his face?
I look to the right of my shoulder. Froggy, ready?
Yep.
I jump with him on me.
Okay, you guys all jump into the water. Like I said, the sea's quite calm, so there's no big difficulties. Horace is about maybe 25 feet away, so you can swim over to the boat with no big difficulty.
Once we get back onto the dinghy, I'm gonna turn to Horace and I'm gonna say, "Well, I secured a package. However, the captain is definitely on that fucking island over there. Well, I'm presuming, unless he's fucking dead. But so we can
Didn't
go
find the
over.
captain.
We didn't find the captain. Someone decided to be a little bit premature with the flames.
Well,
We
gonna
located the
say,
pictures that we were looking for, and we brought back the alchemist fire. I figure that should stand for something. And we think we have a lead on where the captain is now, and we have 2 companions here who, let's say that maybe they owe us one, because otherwise they'd be on that burning boat over there. So
yeah, I thought there were a few unfamiliar faces here. Name's Horace. Pleased to meet you. He'll stick out his hand to shake both of yours.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm Trogg the Frog. Don't call me a toad. I'll cut your throat if you call me a toad.
I
Hell, you
don't.
big guy. What do they call you?
I don't shake his hand at all. I look at it, just confused. What name?
Right, you two sure found quite the pair.
you don't look especially surprised to see either of them. Have you seen creatures similar to either of these 2 before, Horace? Traveling the world maybe the way you do?
Something's scratching this memory of mine. I can't recall right now. When you're old, your memories are sort of just like fingerprints on an abandoned handrail. It'll come to me. Well,
Bit of a poet friend there, Arch.
I spent a bit of time at the Bard's College. Never took to it. Anyway, about that captain. I mean,
Right. Well, he's
we've got his
mine.
documents, but if we don't take care of the captain, we're just going to have to come back and do this again.
Right. Well, here's my idea. We land farther down the beach. We sneak in, and I do what I do best.
Sounds good to me.
Not
If
6 locks.
no one has any objections.
All right. Well,
Well, and you two, I'm imagining are okay with all this. Doesn't really matter much if you are or aren't, but
Yeah,
I figure maybe we can.
if you have a problem, let me know and I'll just solve it right now.
Well, otherwise we can call it even. We helped you, you help us. Go on your way.
Yeah. I don't mind it. Let's do this. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I get it.
All right then.
I'm
You
ready.
big guy.
So the big guy can kind of imagine what you can do. Although with a wand, it's a little bit of a mystery. But Mr. Frog, I can't remember what your name was. Trogg.
Trogg the frog.
Don't call you a toad though.
Hey,
Yeah, all right.
big guy.
What can you do? Just so we kind of have an idea of what we're working with when we get to where we're going. Have you fought? Have you killed people before? Are you any good at it? Are you just a liability?
You know, there's quite a number of things that I can do. You know, I'm kind of like the man of all trades. But the
Right,
best thing that I can do,
the trade we
I'm quite the performer.
well,
Yeah.
I need you to be silent, you dumb cunt, because we're gonna be sneaking up and killing somebody. We don't need to play the fucking harmonica, alright? How's your mime work? Can you do a good mime? How about you do a mime?
I guess I can do that. I mean, I'm not the best at that, but you know, if we get close enough, I could think of something to do. You know, let's just get over there and we'll take care of him.
Yeah, we were moving toward the shore during the conversation.
Right.
Yeah, right. So are you going to the shore where Kid currently is, or are you going to a different part?
I was thinking just on this next little landfall that we can make.
I was thinking over here.
Well, you only have one boat, so decide amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
I'm going wherever.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to swim there.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
Right. We're going to this little ant crop here.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys, oops, not that. I'm assuming Trogg and Derek are following. Okay, so you guys go over there. It is kind of a small cliff, about 20 feet up, so I will need you all, if you're going to climb the cliff, to make a strength check. Or what would we call it? Acrobatics for climbing, right?
Right.
So I was wrong before. It is an athletics.
Okay, so an athletics check.
To climb a sheer or slippery cliff, avoid hazards while scaling a wall, or cling to surface.
Yeah,
I
so
rolled a
everyone who's
21.
climbing the cliff has to.
21.
Well, can I do
Kid,
it
you make it
like?
up.
Oh, I'd like to do it kind of like parkour style. Could that be acrobatic?
I think that's still athletics.
Ah, god damn it! I
That'd be pretty
tried.
athletic to pull yourself up.
Right. I suppose.
It's not like a sheer cliff. I mean, it's craggy. There's.
I got a
Thank
nat
God.
20.
Natural 20. I mean, being that you're almost halfway up the cliff just standing, you make it up. Definitely no problem.
I got a 16.
16, you make it up.
Seeing how well the giant is climbing, I'm gonna just jump on his back and like try to cling onto it because I rolled a 2.
Oh, not another one.
Do you allow this to happen, Mr. Firbolg?
No, I try to kick him with my back left leg.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
dodge.
Why don't we do... Let's have a roll to hit against a contested dex roll.
Dex acrobatics or Okay.
Yeah, give it acrobatics if you're trying to dodge out of the way and hop into his back. And Derek, just give me a straight to hit.
Just a 10.
8.
8.
I just ate that
you
fucking
try
kid.
to dive out of the way, yeah, but he's for something that's 7 feet tall. He's deceptively quick, and it sort of just catches you on the side, and you fall on your back.
Did I see this happen? Did I make it to the top to turn around and watch this happen?
I'll say you didn't see it happen.
Okay.
You were climbing the cliff. You were climbing the cliff as this was going on.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess I'll try to climb the cliff again.
Okay, give me an athletics.
4. Actually,
you do not-
3.
Fucking hell. You do not make it up the cliff. In fact, you don't even make it halfway up the cliff.
I'm gonna
Before
lower
you're
some rope
you're slipping
for
down.
my companion.
Okay.
Just gonna
As
tie
you're laying on your back, you see rope descending from the heavens.
I'm just gonna tie it to myself
Tickle your
and
face.
tell
Yeah,
him.
tickle your face.
I'm gonna grab it, tie it to myself, and tell him to pull me up, and just lay there with my legs and arms dangling as he.
Archie doesn't weigh much. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You just pull him up.
I would just wait for the big guy. I'm just gonna wait for this 7-foot thing to get up top, and I'm gonna ask him to help me. But yeah, eventually we'll get you up there.
I weigh
One way or
40
another.
pounds.
I don't want to hurt my back.
I would say, as you guys are on top of this cliff, and as you are approaching along the backside of the boat, although it was quite bright because of the fire, it doesn't appear that anybody noticed you because they were all too busy arguing on the beach. And you do hear kind of a very gruff voice who seems to be admonishing people quite severely.
Right. I'm gonna sneak up along the edge of the cliff because I imagine if there's an overhang from the beach, right? It looks like
Sorry,
on the map here.
What you
On
got
the
cut off a
map.
bit? What did you say? Yeah.
Okay. So on the map, it shows like there's a cliff above the beach that we're on, right?
Yes, you're currently on the cliff above the beach. You're about
All
20
right.
feet above the beach.
Can I look down and see these people on the beach?
Yeah, you can. So what you see are about 7 or so people all around this bonfire. They're all just arguing with each other.
All right. Do I see anyone
Stuff like,
that looks
how did this happen? What do you mean you have no idea how the ship caught on fire? Et cetera, et cetera.
All right. Do I see anyone that looks like a captain?
Make me a perception check.
You said there was one yelling at the other ones, right? Are we able to? Is that what this rolls for, to figure out who that is?
Part of it, yeah.
Oh, that's not very good.
How far
That
away?
is a 4.
For with all the yelling that's going on, you can't quite pick out who you would assume to be the captain.
This is it's like completely nighttime, right?
It's nighttime, yeah, but it's quite bright because the entire ship is on fire and there's a bonfire on the beach.
Right. Okay.
How far away are we from them?
So from the edge of the cliff, we're gonna say each square is about 5 feet. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or so. It's about 40 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the edge of the cliff, reach into my bag, and pull out a cricket. And say, you guys said I couldn't do anything. We'll watch this. And I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay. Does that count as initiating combat though?
I'd assume it does if somebody succeeds.
Yeah. I will. Let's all roll initiative. But since they don't know you're up there, they're all gonna be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, all they're gonna see is just. So I roll 5d8, and that's the total hit points of people that fall asleep. If we
5d8. Okay.
so
You want us all to
32.
roll initiative?
I'm trying to think what feels more satisfying. I think like by the rules, it's supposed to be initiative, and I would give them the surprise condition because it is technically a hostile action. But
if I roll
it
higher
also
than
doesn't.
initiative, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, you'd have to hold your action. That's why it doesn't exactly feel like a satisfying thing.
Right. I don't think it'd be initiative. Unless,
I'll
like,
say
it
no.
failed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
we'll
know
say
it.
no initiative for this one. If it fails, there will probably be initiative, but we'll see how it goes.
So I rolled 32, so that's 32 total hit points. So we'd subtract the hit points from each creature from that, and that determines how many fall asleep.
So anybody with less than 32 hit points falls asleep, or is it people whose hit points add up to 32?
So
Yeah.
say
If there's
Yeah,
5 people with 10 hit points, then 3 of them would fall asleep.
3 of them would go to sleep. Yes.
Got it. Okay, so you get a 32, right? So that would be. So you see 7 people on the beach. Or 32, let's say. You do see 3 of them fall asleep. And I'll just say the people who are purple fall asleep. Because I can't figure out a better way.
Damn, we just evened this up nicely.
Yeah, so these 3 are asleep, we'll say.
How'd you do that?
I told you, my guy, I'm kind of the guy of all trades.
How did they wake up?
As these people fall asleep, the argument suddenly stops. It's weirdly silent as they're sort of just processing what goes on. And now you hear someone say, you hear one of the people that has not fallen asleep. He sort of shushes everybody, tells them to be quiet. He goes, you can sort of just barely hear him say, I think we have some uninvited guests. And they sort of start to fan out a little bit. So they're definitely on more high alert than they were before.
All right. Well,
how long are they asleep for, Trogg?
We have 1 minute while they're asleep.
All right, we better get moving then.
all right. Well, I'm going to sneak up closer to the edge of the cliff, kind of where me character's at already, right there. And you said there's no one I can really pick out as a captain?
I mean, you could try another perception check if you wanted to, but from the one before, it was hard for you to tell with only a 4 or whatever you rolled. Sorry.
I'm a little bit closer now. I'd like to pick him out, and that's a 19.
19. Well, now that they're not talking anymore, it is you can't really tell who is the guy admonishing them, but you can sort of see that this guy back here by the tent does seem to have a pretty cool hat on.
All right. I'm going to turn to me mates, and I'm going to say, all right, fellas, you see the guy with the big hat? Let's not kill him right away, all right? Let's try to save him for last and question him. We'll kill everybody else real quick, okay? So, who else has got ranged weapons? Because I'm going to shoot somebody with my bow here, and I think on the count of 3. On the count of 3.
I have the crossbow up picked up, but.
And as you guys are discussing and talking, they are sort of seems almost searching the beach a bit, moving around, trying to figure out why suddenly 3 of their crew members are unconscious, or
All right. I'll get some shots off with this crossbow here, but I'd rather be up close and personal, Archie. You know me.
I understand that, but the first launch, let's do it like ranged, and then you can rush in. All right.
All right.
Everybody pick somebody. I'm gonna pick That cocksucker right directly in front of me, actually. This one right here.
The blue guy.
No, no, no.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Yeah, him. I'm gonna kill him.
And I'm gonna go after the other one that's closer to us.
The other blue guy.
Yes, correct. I rolled a 14.
Well, now that you're shooting them and they are on a bit more, I'm gonna make you guys roll initiative.
Now it's initiative. That makes sense. I did not do well. I rolled a 4.
15.
Let me roll for all these guys.
I got a 7. And
Well,
Okay, hold on. I need to find a better way to track initiative. Let me pull up Notepad real quick.
each square in here, did you say each one is 5 feet?
Each square is 5 feet, yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Archie, you had a 14?
15.
I rolled
15?
a 4. Oh, Archie.
It had a 4. Firbolg had a
7.
7. Trogg had a
17.
17. Okay, let me real quick. I'm gonna number all these.
Well, wouldn't the first, like, the action that actually kickstarts the initiative would be all of us attacking at once. So we each get one attack, right? And then we
Well,
start the initiative order.
No, so as soon as you take the action, generally you're supposed to roll initiative. As far as I understand the rules, I could be wrong, but from how I understand it is, as soon as you take an aggressive action, like you shoot a guy, as long as they're not surprised. So, example, you could have shot at the guy, but because he rolls higher in initiative order, maybe he sees it out of the corner of his eye, or maybe it goes like right past him and misses or something. Just like narratively speaking.
Oh, okay. So we can't, like, we don't get a round of like sneak attack where we can.
If they have the surprise condition, so if you guys would have done this first, I would have given them all the surprise condition, which essentially means they skip their first turn. But because Trogg put a few of them to sleep, they're on more high alert, so they were sort of more ready for an attack.
Okay.
So at least in my mind, that made it seem like maybe they wouldn't be as surprised, since they were sort of fanning out and looking for people. Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're the dungeon master, so however you want to play it, dog.
You're the dungeon master.
You're the daddy.
1, 2, 3. Got captain over here. Okay, let me roll initiatives real quick.
I'm gonna look down and say, I've got the one in red.
You're gonna kill them all anyway. These guys are rolling fucking terribly. Ooh, that guy got a natural 20 though. 8. Oh my god, these guys are actually all gonna die immediately. They all rolled terribly, except for the captain and his first mate, which I guess narratively fits pretty well. Oh no, the first mate did roll terribly. Okay. Sorry, I'll get faster at this, I promise.
No, I don't blame you. It is the hardest thing to try to work out beforehand.
Like group initiative, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like an improv thing. It's just gotta be set up.
Just gotta sit down and roll it. If you have a tied initiative, who goes first?
Whoever has the higher dexterity.
Yeah.
Kid, what's your dexterity?
I rolled really low. I think it's a 1. Or it's
This guy rolled a 17.
So. I have a 13. Yeah. I have a 13 dex. But I rolled a 4 for my initiative.
Yeah, this guy tied you.
Oh, okay.
But he had a faster dex. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, mine's 13.
Am I missing someone? Oh, yes. There we go. Okay. All right. Top of the initiative, then. We have our boy pirate number 3.
A good old pirate number 3.
Who, as far as you can see, has no weapons on him. Just very big, meaty fists.
Big
He
meaty
is
claws.
going to big meaty claws. He is going to use his movement to make his way over here. He's going to roll athletics to try and climb up the cliff using his dash action. 16. Okay, so big meaty pirate fists. He makes it up the cliff, but he uses dash action to get up there. Nothing left. Which brings us to the captain is going to take out. Well, he's going to move actually a bit closer to the bonfire. He can just barely see Archie leaning over with his crossbow. He's going to take out one of his daggers. He's going to throw it at him, which is going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, it hits.
Okay, so you are going to take
The first damage I've taken.
6 points of piercing damage.
Jesus Christ.
Captain for a reason, man. He's got cannons on his arms.
I'm just a little guy.
Cannons on his arms? That's dope.
Yeah, his arms are cannons.
Sounds like a Full Metal Alchemist character.
That's kind of actually. Okay, so that's going to be that guy's turn. Trogg, you're up.
So, the captain, I'm going to use my movement speed because the one to the right of the fire is the captain. That's where he positioned.
Yes.
And I'm going to take my movement speed to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter. The captain. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. This guy's an idiot, so let's see how he does. 4.
So he is incapacitated. He is just cracking up laughing about throwing the dagger at a little person.
I was gonna say you have to tell him a joke, Ty. I think you should have to have jokes lined up.
All right. Hey, my guy, here's a tip for you. If you ever go to the bathroom and you use the soap, you don't walk out of the bathroom smelling your fingers. It looks bad.
So as soon as he throws his dagger, he sees that it hits our friend Archie. And just out of the corner of his eye, he sees this like flash of light and hears this beautiful voice. This joke in his ears, and he can't help but double over in laughter. And how long does that last, by the way?
At the end of each of his turns, or each time he takes damage, he has to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so that was Trogg. Next up is Archie.
I'm going to, or I would like to, use me long or me short bow and shoot the dude I had picked out earlier.
Alright, number 1.
Part number 1. I'm gonna shoot him with me bow. That'll be a 15 to hit.
Hits.
Alright, and then the bow is a 1d8. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, pirate number 1. You take out your short bow, sink an arrow right into his shoulder. Oops,
I would like to, with me bonus action, I'd like to hide.
Right, okay. You are now sort of hidden behind some rocks and such that are strewn about on top of the cliff. Okay, next up is firbolg.
I still can't tell if you're saying firbolg or just a big fur ball, but I'm fine with either.
Furball.
I like both. Is this guy free?
Number 1 is the guy that Archie just shot. Number 2, no one's attacking.
Okay, I'm gonna go with number 2, and I am going to cast Thorn Whip.
From where you're standing right now, you can't quite see him. You'd have to move up to the cliff edge.
Yep, I will do that then. I'll stand right next to... Which one is that? I'm assuming that's Archie. Yes, I'll stand next to Archie and cast Thorn Whip.
Okay.
With a... What's that? Melee? That is a 15.
He hits.
Is the creature large or smaller? Medium. Okay, medium? Okay.
Yeah, medium.
He will take 5 points of damage and creating a long vine-like whip covered in thorns. It will pull the pirate 10 feet closer to me.
10 feet closer, okay. So you hit this guy with this thorn whip, it wraps around him, and he sort of cries out in pain as all these thorns are poking into him. And he's pulled and sort of slammed into the cliff wall here, sort of right underneath where Archie is.
Next to me, Archie can just hear me just giggling inside.
He can hear you giggling inside.
Well,
inside.
Inside. Yeah, he can hear me giggling.
Is that your turn
Why?
Yep, that's my turn then.
Cool. So next up is pirate number 2. Does this attack didn't restrain him in any way, did it?
No, it just it whipped him 10 feet closer, and then I let go of the whip, so he's free.
Okay. So in that case, pirate number 2, he's a little bit dazed. Really has no idea what just happened to him, but he is going to climb this cliff. 20 feet. He's 20 feet of his movement. Oh, actually, I guess he can't because Archie's right there. I guess he doesn't know that. Well, he'll climb up. And then he'll use the other 5 of his moving speed. So Archie, how does the hide action work? I've never actually taken it.
Imagine I'm just hidden.
Yeah, it would be like a stealth roll. He would have to
roll stealth to see if he sees me or not.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll. He's not actively looking for you, so if he beat his passive perception.
26.
Yeah, he just goes right by you. You don't even cross his mind. He's going after this big fella who just whipped him into a wall. So there's 30 feet of movement speed to get up to the top. And he is going to take a slash with a scimitar at our friendly firbolg, which is going to be a nat 20 to hit.
Oh boy, doesn't hit.
Damn.
How unfortunate.
This one's 6. Okay, so you're gonna take 6 points of slashing damage. This pirate that you whipped just right up against the wall, you weren't expecting him to be able to climb the cliff so fast, and as he gets up there and sort of gets right up into your face, he quickly just brings his scimitar down and gives you a slash just right across your chest.
Got it. Oh, just wait till my next turn.
Well, we're at Kid's turn now.
Yep. His back is to me. The one who just attacked the big guy.
Pirate number 2, yes, he is not facing you.
I'm gonna shoot him in the back of the head. I'm gonna shoot him in the back of the head with my crossbow. Since he is flanked and his back is to me, do I roll with advantage?
Well, do you guys want to play with flanking rules?
I'd like to, but that's just me.
We can play with flanking rules, but if you guys decide you want to play with them, I'm definitely going to use them against you as well.
Use them against us.
That's
Absolutely.
fine. Flanking rules helps me with sneak attacks, so I'm good.
Cool. Okay, go ahead with an advantage then.
I rolled a 19 to hit.
Yep, hits.
That sounds fun. It feels kind of like XCOM now.
Yeah, just wait till you're surrounded by giant rats.
That's going to be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
That's
So
correct,
you
sir.
pull out your crossbow, you shoot this guy, beams him right in the head, and he sort of slumps forward, sort of grasping at our firbolg's chest as he just slowly sinks and breathes his last. So pirate
Out
number
my
2
way. So with my movement
dead.
speed, I'd like to jump off this here cliff, and as a bonus action, I'm going to drop my health potion at the feet of the big guy.
As you
And,
jump, I say, "Thank you."
I just give him a little nod as I jump, and I have I'm going to use my action surge, and I'm going to switch my crossbow out. How close can I get to this guy with my movement speed?
How much movement speed do you have?
30 feet.
30 feet, and you started
I
here,
was
right?
here.
Let's say 5, 10, 15, 20. You could get right up to him, I think. About 25
All
movement.
right.
25 feet, I'd say.
And with my big Betsy, that's my double-handed sword. I'm just gonna try to take this guy's head off. All right. I rolled a 15.
15 hits.
All righty. I do 13 points of damage. And there's a little bit of flame with this blade.
Actually, the captain is going to use his reaction. And as the captain sees you... Oh, shit, you're right, he can't. Never mind, he's not going to use his reaction. Okay, 13 points of damage.
Thank you.
I forgot about that.
So the blade itself...
You swing for his head?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep, head goes right off.
So the blade itself, there's no fire or anything. It's not a magical blade. But when it makes contact, there's an additional fire component. And you guys can hear like this laughing. That's not coming from me, but it's coming from around me. And the body just collapses, and it's a little bit burned, a little bit singed.
Okay, pirate number 1 has also breathed his last, which brings us to our first mate. So the first mate, having seen you just basically kill 2 of his companions,
That's correct.
turns towards you, and you're sort of preoccupied with the other guy you were beheading. But just out of the corner of your eye, and the rest of you can see this as well, it appears like the first mate is sort of just juggling 3 throwing axes. And as he's juggling these axes, he's going to turn to Kid, and he's going to throw one of the axes at you, which is going to be a...
Fucking hit me. Fucking do
it. 16 to hit.
Oh, that makes it less. If it meets it, it beats it. That's what I always say.
Which is going to do 5 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna point my finger at him. If it meets it, it beats it. But I'm gonna point my middle finger up at him, and I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke as my reaction. He needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Pretty good. 20.
He beats it, but he is going to take 2.5 points of damage, of fire damage.
2.5 points of damage. We'll round that up to 3.
All right, then.
Right? Do you round up in D&D or do you round down? I forget.
It's up to you as a DM. I always round up.
Yeah. There's an actual rule. I can't remember what it is, though. Well, he gets hellish rebuked, and he does sort of... He's quite a nimble guy. He sort of dodges it. And as he's dodging, he's going to use his multi-attack to whip another axe at you. Actually, the first mate's a... This time it is going to be a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
So the hellish rebuke sort of puts her off balance a bit, and as she whips the other axe at you, just over your shoulder, right into the surf. Brings us to pirate number 1, who is dead. So no more pirate number 1. Let's get them out of the initiative order. Brings us back to pirate number 3. So pirate number 3, he got up this cliff. He's gonna make his way towards Trogg. Use his movement speed to get it right up in your face, and he's just gonna try and punch you. It's a 16 to hit.
Yep.
You are going to take 4 points of damage, as this guy is just massive. It is a shockingly large fist. He's quite a big guy. Just smashes you right across your cheek. Bringing us back to our captain. He will attempt to make another saving throw. That was pretty good this time. What stat is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. 19.
Yep, he breaks it.
Okay, so seeing two of his beloved companions just, get brutally killed sort of brings him back to his senses. And as he looks around, the only person he can really see is Kid. So he's going to... Let me get the tint color off real quick because he's back to normal. He's going to use his movement speed to make his way towards the Kid. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, he's got just enough just to get right up in your face. And he is going to attack you with his scimitar. 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, and you are going to take 7 points of damage.
Fuck.
Captain's a tough guy. And that's the end of his turn. We are back to Trogg.
I'm going to cast Suggestion on the one that just punched me. So he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
That is a 12.
All right, so I'm going to say to the big guy, hey, my guy, you should go tackle your captain. And asking he has to go then complete the act.
Okay. So you cast Suggestion on him. You see his eyes kind of glaze over a bit. I mean, you could kind of tell before there wasn't a whole lot going on in between those eyes, but now they're very glazed over. As you can sort of see the suggestion taking hold of his mind. So I will note that he is suggested, which brings us to Archie.
So I guess I will shoot the first mate in the face with my bow.
Go for it.
9 to hit.
9 does not hit, unfortunately. You pull out your bow, you take a shot. She's sort of ducking down behind these barrels. You can't quite get a good angle. So your arrow just sinks into one of these barrels.
Alrighty.
Sorry, go ahead. If you set up more.
No, I was just going to say with my movement, I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. Next up, we got Mr. Firbolg.
I'm going to pick up the health potion that the kid had dropped, stuffed it in my bag, and I'm going to wild shape into a brown bear. From there, I will descend this cliff, and I want to make 2 attacks on the captain.
Okay, go for it.
8 and 11.
11 also misses.
Oh, no.
DM, is the captain flanked?
I'm not exactly sure how the flanking rules work, because I never played with them before. So if you think he's flanked...
I'm basically coming up on his left.
Opposite sides. Let me real quick bring up the flanking rules. I'll say just for brevity, right now, yes, he is flanked, but I'll check the actual rules after this session.
So
you'd have advantage on those rolls.
You roll with advantage.
Oh, jeez. Are you shitting me?
Not much better.
No,
Even
it was
worse.
a 3 and a 4. So I'm gonna do nothing. I'm basically just trying to target the captain for him to come face me. I'm just throwing out punches.
So all of a sudden, this massive brown bear just leaps off a cliff and barrels towards the captain, trying to give 2 swipes with its massive paws. But unfortunately, because of the beach, you're sort of in the sand, you're a bit sluggish, and the captain's sort of able to twist out of the way a bit as these paws come towards him. And then, Kid, you're up.
As my bonus action, I'm going to do Second Wind, and I'm going to restore 4 points of health. And I'm just going to take another swing with my 2-handed weapon.
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck. 14.
14 just hits, but the captain is going to use his reaction to parry your blade away.
Oh.
So, as this massive... This is like a 2-handed greatsword, right?
Yes.
So as this massive 2-handed greatsword comes down towards the captain with his scimitar is just able to get it up in time and sort of force your blade to the side, giving a hearty chuckle as he does so.
I hate pirates.
That the best you've got, lad?
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, it brings us to our first mate. The first mate has thrown 2 of her axes already. You can see she only has 1 left. She's not quite going to throw it. She is going to make her way over to Mr. Firbolg, our brown bear over here. Use her movement to get over there, and she's going to take a swing at you with her. She's going to multi-attack and make 2 melee attacks against you. First roll is a natural 1, and the second roll is a 2.
Both hit.
All right, you take 100 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, she comes running over. Funnily enough, she has almost the same sort of problem that you did, where she's trying to run through this sand, and it's, you know what running in sand is like. It's tiring. I mean, she only ran for about 10 feet, but, she's a bit out of shape. She swings at you, just can't seem to find any good strikes. Brings us back to pirate number 3. Pirate number 3, the suggestion has taken hold of his mind. The only thing he can think of right now is that it's such a good idea for him to go tackle his captain. So he's going to start making his way down there. He only has 30 feet of movement speed. He's only able to get about halfway there. And that's going to be the end of his turn. Brings us back to the captain himself. The captain, seeing that he is sort of flanked by this massive greatsword-wielding maniac and a bear, is going to create a little bit of distance. He's going to move around to this side of the kid, and he's going to make a swing at you with his scimitar.
Derek gets an opportunity attack, right?
That's true, since I did leave his range. So yeah, Derek, go ahead and make an opportunity.
Do us justice.
20. 18
That
plus
hits.
2.
That does indeed hit.
All right. And I will be going with my claws. That is 13 points.
13 points.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Fuck.
As he sort of dashes out of range of you, you just manage to swipe him across his back as he's moving around to the other side of Kid. And now he's going to take a swing at you with his scimitar, which is an 11.
That misses.
So that opportunity attack throws him off balance. He can't quite find a way to sneak in and get you. And we are back to Trogg.
How big is a 10-foot circle?
10 feet.
Well, so like a 10-foot circle, is it like 2 squares?
I will say a 10-foot circle would be 4 squares.
That makes sense.
I'm imagining
Alright,
4
so if,
squares,
like-
but half of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you put like right at the intersection of like 2 lines, I would say the 4 squares around that line I would give you.
Okay, well, does
that
it
point.
do the circle where I'm pointing at? It doesn't show up on my screen, but so I'm not looking at the first mate, the big fist guy, and the one sleeping there. I want to cast Shatter right there.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
a great
I'll give you all 3 of them.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm assuming since the one's sleeping, that's probably just an auto success, right?
I would assume, yeah.
So yeah, so that's that'll be pirate number 4. One got a 11. One got a
Fails.
9.
They fail.
And the first mate got a natural 20.
Well, the 2 that failed take 18 points of damage, and the first mate takes 9.
Okay. What's the flavor text for shatter?
A sudden loud
It's just a
ringing
loud noise, right?
Yeah, painfully intense erupts from a point of your choice within range.
Okay, well, you said 18 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well this poor pirate number 3 that you had charmed into going and tackling his captain, he's making his way down there, when suddenly this loud, really intense ringing noise just hits him right in the face, and he just collapses. There's blood coming out of his eyes, out of his nose, out of his ears. And he's gone. As is pirate number 4. Didn't even have a chance to wake up. Mercifully, he just passed away in his sleep. Didn't quite have his brain melt, inside his head.
You're welcome.
And the first mate took 9 points of damage. The first mate avoided the worst of it, but you can see the first mate, there's blood coming out of her ears as well. That definitely affected her. Which brings us to Archie.
I want to put an arrow in that.
Go for it.
Okay. Great. That'll be a 21 to, or nope, 24 to hit.
Yep, that does hit.
All right. With the sneak attack, because she is standing within 5 feet of somebody. Derek.
Derek, yeah.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. So from up top, you're Kobe-ing these arrows all day. Shit, I can't do math and talk at the same time. Sorry. And as you let loose another arrow, you can tell it punches straight through the armor. She's sort of wearing this studded leather armor. Punches straight through. She's still on her feet. She's definitely looking shaky though. After that last arrow finds its way in.
I was going to say, with my movement, I'd like to come over the top of the over the cliff and kind of work my way around the other side of the kid than what Derek's character is, the firbolg is.
Yeah, sure. Go for
I'd like to come like right here, probably. All right.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
Okay, and that brings us up to Firbolg's.
Firbolg is just going to take 2 attacks on the first mate.
Okay.
That is a 14
In just hits.
and a 15.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
All right, we'll do a bite and a claw. So claw is another 13.
Okay, no, that's a lot of damage. Okay,
That is a lot.
And
Oh,
the bite is going to be, that's just a 5. So 18 total. Yeah, it helps up in rolling
Okay, 18
sixes.
points of damage.
B shape is such a great fucking
Okay.
tool.
Especially as a moon
Still-
druid, I have so many options.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, moon druids are dope, actually.
yeah.
So first mate's way off balance because of this ring, and her head is still kind of ringing, even though she avoided the worst of it. And as she's trying to get her balance back, this big brown bear just comes and swipes right across her chest and gives her a big chomp on the shoulder. She is looking mighty hurt.
How
She's
is
not
she
looking
still
good.
alive?
That's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
To be fair, like 4 of you guys missed your attacks against her. So. Seems like she survived more than. Kid, it's your turn.
I want to try to take my 2-handed sword, and I'm gonna feign like I'm swinging towards like stabbing towards the captain's head, and then I want to try to bring it down instead, and I want to spear his knee, if I can. I rolled a 17,
Hits.
14 points of damage.
14. Okay, you take this
Yeah,
big
and I
great
wanna-
sword, you bring it right down on his head.
I want to bring it through the knee. Like I want to try to impale it into the ground below, but like try to arrest mobility.
Okay, you bring it down. It does strike pretty true, but he is wearing armor. It does deflect a bit off the armor. You're not quite able to, stop him from moving, but you do score a pretty significant hit on him.
Nice. That is going to be my turn.
Back to first mate. The first mate, she's very shaky. She's very shaky on her legs, and seeing the way that the fight's going, seeing that there's still 2 behind her that are seemingly unconscious, 4 more that got taken down pretty quickly. She drops her other axe, and she starts backing away with her hands up, saying, "You know what? I didn't sign up for this, Captain. This isn't what we're getting paid for." So she's going to use her movement speed to sort of back up. And if you would like, that does give you an opportunity attack.
Derek, you're quiet.
You're gonna.
Oh, I thought my headphones died.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a cough. Yes, I am attacking her. I got a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And that was 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Amazingly, she's still not dead yet.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Like
But now she's.
I feel
when
horrible.
you
I
hit
want to
her,
kill these people, but like I'm feeling bad now.
I mean, she's bleeding out her ears. She's got claw marks and bite marks on her. There's an arrow through like her shoulder.
Yeah, at this
And
point,
she's basically bleeding out of everywhere. And so slowly, she's basically on her ass, like sort of trying to push herself back away from you guys after she dropped her weapon.
I want to stand up, on my hind legs as the brown bear, and just put my arms up like this, like I'm backing up. I'm done.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's the first mate's turn. Pirate 3 is dead. Which brings us to the captain. The captain, seeing his first mate run away, he's not happy. And he basically shouts at her, like, "You better hope that you don't live through this or you're going to regret it." And then seeing that 2 of his companions are still asleep, he is going to move out of Kid's range to go towards his companion, so you can take an opportunity attack on him.
21.
21 hits.
And 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Look at that. He's definitely bloodied. He's starting to get woozy on his feet too. The damage is starting to accumulate. Ian would be okay. And for his action, he's going to use his multi-attack basically to kick these two sleeping people and try and wake them up. And they do sleep. They wake up when they take damage, right?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna go over there. He's gonna kick them. Get up, you lazy dogs. They're both gonna take damage for that. Which is gonna be 8. So they do both finally wake up. Let me roll initiatives for them real quick. Okay, so they do wake up. They're really groggy. They don't really know what's going on. They will have the surprise condition for this round, so they won't be able to do any actions because, they just woke up to complete carnage. Not really any idea what's going on. And which brings us to Trogg's turn.
I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery at the captain. So you kick like a girl. And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. 7.
He takes 2 points of damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Got it. So he hears you shout, "You kick like a girl," and he just sort of glances over at you at the top of the cliff, and he tries to play it off, but you can almost see one small tear going down his face. Which brings us to Archie.
Great. So I see the first mate sitting on the ground, dying, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
They're not much of a threat?
No, she doesn't have any weapons anymore. She's basically just trying to crawl away. She's pretty heavily bleeding.
I'm gonna put an arrow into one of the formerly sleeping crew members.
One on the left or one on the right?
The one on the right.
Okay. I would say the one on the right is sort of behind the one on the left, so he would be under half.
Okay, then I'll shoot the one that's open then.
Okay.
Which it's a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Anything starting with the 2 hits these guys.
Okay.
Just
4
2.
points of damage.
How much damage?
4.
4. Okay.
4.
4 points of damage. He's not dead, but the arrow hits him, and he sort of just, the force of it, he kind of just woke up. He really doesn't know what's happening. And all of a sudden he's hit by an arrow. It sort of just falls on his ass. And then it is his turn, but he's surprised, so we're going to skip over him. And it is now firbolg's turn.
All right, I'll go up to the same one that Archie shot and double attack. 19 and 12.
Yeah.
Both hit.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were saying 12 damage. Yeah, the 12 both hit.
Oh, okay. That is going to be 19 points total.
Yeah, he's dead.
I just go in with 2 claw attacks just to rip him up.
All right, you run up to this guy, and he's really dazed, and you just tear him apart. It's quite brutal to watch.
Brutal, but I want it to be as fast as possible.
Okay, so he's gone. Brings us to Kid.
That's me.
Oh wait, I just moved you by accident.
You did.
There.
I gotcha.
How far away is the captain from me?
20 feet.
My eyes go fiery red. I lift a hand his direction and I cast Eldritch Blast. That is a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
And for only 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. What's like a fireball thing, basically?
Yeah, so it is. It's like crackling energy, but there is a fire component of it, especially when it makes contact. There's like the same stinging that you see whenever my weapons connect.
Got it. So yeah, so this crackling bolt of energy shoots out, hits him square in the chest, and sort of splashes of fire are going over and around him.
And I'm gonna use my movement speed. This is one of the ones who just woke up.
That's the first mate. The one who just woke up is the one next to the captain.
All right. I'm not going to get within 5 feet of the first mate, but I'm going to step a little bit towards them, mostly just to get the firbolgs back.
Okay,
Hopefully keep him from getting flanked, and that is my turn.
Okay. Next up is the other pirate. Surprised, we'll skip over him. I will say he did just see his good friend get torn to shreds by a bear. So he's basically just screaming and crying. Brings us to our first mate. First mate is also just kind of crying as she slowly continues to crawl away. You know, please don't kill me. Please let me go. And she'll say she gets about there before her turn ends. Brings us to top of the round, our captain. Our captain is also seeing sort of what's transpiring. And he's also going to drop his weapons and just sort of look the bear square in the eye and just go, "Parley?" And that's his turn. Which brings us to Trogg.
Did he yell parley, or did he like just kind of say to the bear? Like, could I hear it?
You're quite far away.
Yeah, I'm up on a cliff just yelling insults at them.
Yeah, I'll say that everyone heard it except for you. Seeing how far away you are.
Well, the one that just woke up that's just kind of freaked out. Since I didn't hear it, I'm gonna do another vicious mockery at him. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. He gets a 19.
Sorry,
He
guys.
passes. I just yelled to him that, they make onions cry.
He's just so freaked out right now, he doesn't even hear
I love it. Also, and I heard a little bit of it. Who was calling for a parlay?
The captain has dropped his weapons and said parlay.
All right.
But in a pirate's cadence. Parlay. Okay, is that the end of your turn, Trogg?
Yeah, I'm staying up there.
Okay, Archie.
Is he sitting on the floor?
Kind of looks like it.
He's got a video game chair.
What a pro gamer. Pro gamer moves.
Jesse, you are muted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. MLG.
360 no scope, bitches. 1v1
Oh,
Rust, no
no.
hard scopes.
Oh shit, is his mic broken?
This is why we should have all learned sign language.
He's like, fuck.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so this will work. All right, so I'm going to walk. All right. All right, I'm going to walk up to the captain. Or tell me,
What's your move speed?
it is 25 feet walking.
Okay, you can just barely make it to the captain.
All right, I'm going to just walk towards him then.
I'll move your guy for you.
Okay.
You can get right up beside him if you'd like.
All right. I'm going to put my hand on him. I'm going to be like, all right, Cap. All right, Cap.
On his thigh, basically.
What? Yeah,
Can't quite reach his shoulder.
right. We need some information from you, right?
Yeah, we'll drop initiative. I mean, none of the rest have any fighting spirit left in them. None of the pirates, anyway. It's up to you
They've all
guys if
dropped
you
their
want to
weapons.
continue. Pirate number 5 has not dropped his weapons, but he doesn't quite know where he is right now, all things considered. He just woke up and was in a surprise round.
Well, there, friend, it might be in your best interest to drop that for now, if you wouldn't mind.
He's just like, okay. Drops everything he's been holding.
All right. We're going to corral all these fine folk, get them all in the same area.
First mate's still, as this is happening, slowly crawling to like escape.
All right. I'm going to walk over to her. Now
And as you get closer,
willing
to her,
to
she's basically begging you to spare. As you get closer,
I ain't gonna hurt you. Are we back? Is it behind the tent? Is there like
it's basically off to the side there. She's not quite behind the tent.
Do I see? Can my companions see me from where they are?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Trogg might not. Well, no, Trogg probably could. Archie might not be able to, because he's sort of behind a big bear.
All right.
But Trogg and
We're not
Firbolg
gonna.
definitely can.
We're willing to accept your unconditional surrender. So if you want to come back with me, we'll get you patched up. We have some questions for you and your captain and the surviving member of your crew there.
I mean,
How about
she'll go with you,
I'll
but she can't
help
exactly.
you.
She can't really walk.
No. You know, I'll carry her over. I'll drag her over.
Okay. So you drag her back over. We'll say, she's over next to the rest of the crew, surviving crew.
Then I'll go to the other side here. All right, Archie, you're the leader, man. It's on you.
All right, Captain. So, we know you're running weapons, smuggling weapons. And normally, I couldn't give a shit less. But you stepped on the wrong toes. And we need to know who is contracting to smuggle these weapons.
Never met the man. In this kind of business, we prefer not to use names. You see, I come here to the beach. I leave the goods to go on my.
Trogg, you mind coming down here, help me get these folks in some bindings the way they did to you and the big one here?
Yeah, I'll be down.
God, the RP is so good.
All right. And as Archie's talking to these three, I'm gonna be in the process of tying them up. with the rope that I have, and making sure all the weapons and everything is off of them, as well as anything that was on their person. I'm taking off, except for their clothing, obviously. But I'm stripping them down.
They weren't carrying a lot on them. The first mate and the captain both had small coin pouches. First mate had about 20 silver pieces. Captain had 5 gold pieces.
I'm going to go over to number 5. Just lightly push him down, and I'm just going to sit on top of him, just staring at his face.
Yeah, as you're walking towards Pirate, you can see he's pissing himself.
And
he's terrified out of his mind.
Yeah, and I'm the bear the whole time, just spitting.
Okay, so you are now on top of pirate number 5, in between the captain and the first mate.
All right, Cap. So, you mean to tell me that you've done all these smuggling runs and you've never met the man that pays you, that contracts?
Look, all I can tell you is he's some sort of big wig for the empire. It's none of my business who he is. I'm just here to be paid.
I remember when I was on that boat, there was quite a number of people that were talking about someone called what was it? The general. Is that who this guy is? Who's the general?
Can I do an insight check? Is he being dishonest?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Information?
Yeah, go for an insight check.
I rolled a 15.
15. Well, he did just say, I have no idea who the general is and what you're talking about. You think he's not being entirely truthful.
I'm going to blast the first mate in the back of the head with Eldritch.
The first mate is currently prone underneath a bear.
Number 5 was, or the pirate 5 was, right?
Oh, sorry, the first mate. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. The one she's on her last leg.
Yeah.
Right before I say it, I'm going to whisper to kind of myself, but maybe it's not quite to myself. I offer this up to you, and then I blast her in the back of the head.
Right, I'm not even going to make you roll for it, because she's, basically dead anyway. First mate, gone.
Now, we've had a really, really long day, so it might be in your best interest to tell us the fucking truth. And all of it, please, because in this instance, if you're omitting anything, well, and I just kind of look over at the first mate's blasted head. We don't take kindly. Now, care to tell us what you actually know? Instead of pussyfooting around?
I don't know who the general is. That's just how he signs his letters. Like I said, I don't ask questions in this line of work. I just bring the goods where they're meant to go and get my money.
Hey, kid.
The general sends a letter, tells me what he wants, I bring it here.
Well, I'm not too sure about the postal system here, but is there like a return address, or I mean, is it stamped from somewhere? You gotta give me some more to go on, or I'm gonna go over and hop on the firbolg's shoulder, and I'm gonna pull out my rapier, which is pretty much like a toothpick, almost. And I want to like kind of lean over and push it close to Pirates number 5's eye. Like, if you don't tell me, I might just make a little eyeball kebab.
Hey, go ahead. I never liked him anyway.
Okay. A little stabby stab.
Okay, roll for damage. I won't make you roll the hit.
Holy shit.
Murder hobos unite.
Now I can see how this campaign is gonna go.
No, see, we're not murder hobos. I think that there's a very lawful approach to what we're doing. Like, it's not like we're just being chaotic. There's a structure.
The next combat encounter is going to take place in an orphanage.
So I wanted to make sure that I just wanted to get the eye. Like, I don't want to kill him.
I'm not trying to kill him.
say. Well, so I did 10 damage.
Oh shit.
I mean,
You
10
can do
damage would kill
non-lethal.
him, but I'll let you make it non-lethal if you'd like.
Yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to just get the eye and pull it out on my rapier.
Yeah, so this rapier goes right in. It's almost like a cocktail olive as you pull it out. And poor Pyre number 5, he passes out. He's unconscious.
I nod over at Trogg. That one lives.
You want the eyeball?
No, thank you. But I appreciate the offer.
Still, I saw that alchemist fire.
I do.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that. As you mentioned, the alchemist fire. The ship's been burning this whole time. Behind you, as you're interrogating the captain, is this roaring explosion. As
Did
you
we
can only assume
the
the
crate off?
alchemist fire. You guys moved the crate. You didn't take it off the ship.
Oh,
thought
I thought we took it off the ship.
No, you just
Derek's
pushed it
character-
out of the room and then left.
I thought Derek's character carried it out with him.
Yeah, that's what I was
No,
thinking.
he
I thought
didn't,
jumped off
he didn't
the
take it
crate.
up the ladder. That's not what he said, was it? I'm pretty sure you guys left it in the holds.
Well, shit. I did.
I
take
was
a
just
vial.
carrying. I was carrying it the whole time. I was just going where it was
Yeah,
going.
But then you climbed a ladder. Were you climbing a ladder with carrying a box?
If I was able to.
Carry it in one.
He's a big guy.
That's true.
Up to you.
Okay, we'll retcon it. We'll retcon it. You got the alchemist fire. No explosion.
Okay.
The ship is
That's what
definitely
I told
skeletal.
I
It's
told that
kind
to
of
Horace.
collapsing in on itself.
Whenever we had gotten back onto Horace's little dinghy, was hey, we didn't kill the captain, but we got the alchemist.
Yeah,
fire.
you're right. You're right. Okay, so yeah, the ship is definitely collapsing in on itself now, though. It's basically, just a scorched hull at this point.
But,
All right.
yes, Archie, I do have that alchemist fire, and I think we're thinking of the same thing.
Take the vial.
All right, I'll pass it over to you.
We'll walk over to the captain and uncork it. And I'm gonna just kind of do a little drop on his hand.
Dizzles, he kind of winces in pain. He does have a bit of a nervous sweat going on.
All right. Well, it is the good stuff now, isn't it? So, you really don't know anything. Another drop.
Actually, now I'm thinking of it, I don't think you can open alchemist fire. I think it explodes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it's in a glass
Yeah,
vial.
it is.
I think the way in D&D it's supposed to work, you're supposed to throw it and it smashes and explodes
Yeah.
up into the air.
Yeah. That was the
Okay. All right. Can I
But
retcon
no.
then?
I blow everyone up.
we should take him. I mean, it's up to you, and I don't necessarily trust the guy, Archie. But do you think maybe we should take him back to Horace, make sure we get our full payment? He did have some important info, if you recall, things that he promised he was going to tell us, me specifically.
Yeah. You're not wrong. All right. Well, let's
I do have a. What is your name, Mr. Captain?
You can call me Briggs.
Briggs.
Well, Mr.
I-
Briggs,
Captain.
how much like having captains have boats now, don't they?
I've still got my little dinghy behind me.
I'm gonna toss the thing of alchemist fire into the dinghy.
You see a single, you see a single solitary tear come down the captain's face.
I could have
A
just
very,
passed him on
a very
fire.
piratey arr.
All right.
I can't imagine that you know who this individual might be, but you never know. Does the name Valkithra mean anything to you?
Elithra ponders for a moment. Not ringing any bells.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 12.
12. I mean, you sort of caught him out on his lies before. This time, doesn't seem like he's lying. I mean, the name doesn't really mean anything to him. He would have no reason to lie about that.
What about Simon? That name mean anything to you?
Who? Sorry. Didn't catch that.
Simon.
Simon. Yeah, but last name. There's lots of Simons in the world.
I don't know what last name. Let's take him back to Horus.
Yeah, I'd like for Horace to come, like, pick us up.
Okay, yeah. So Horace will come around, swing by with his boat. Just pull it up, ride the surf in, pull it up onto the beach.
Well, I'm going to turn to the other two guys.
Is this him? Is this the captain?
It is indeed. And the other one here is one of his crewmates. You're not always, it's not always your fault, the one that you end up stuck with. I think that if we can, we should allow this crew member to live on another day. Maybe if you guys have a filling on your ship, you can, I don't know, that's up to you, but we decided to spare this one.
All right, we'll bring him aboard. The captain, though, I'm glad you caught him alive. Lots of interesting things to talk about, I think.
All right, well, let's get back
Now,
to the Raven's Fury, huh?
Are you two staying? This the deal we had come up with.
I'm gonna feel the fuzzy guy say, "What do you think?" I mean, that was a lot of fun.
I will transform back into the firbolg, letting number 5 breathe a little bit.
He's unconscious.
I don't know.
Where you gonna go? I mean, what do you got to do? You can just tag along with us for a little bit until you get where you need to go. You just gonna stay on this beach?
I reckon I have a ton of questions to ask you two. I feel like we can benefit. At the very least, maybe we could offer you something to eat. I don't know how long you've been on that boat, and I think at this point we might still be curious and learning a little bit more about that, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, that sounds good with me. Let's keep them.
Sure. But keep me away from him.
Which one?
Who's him, you?
The tiny one.
The frog?
No, the little person.
Oh, you mean me?
Yes.
Why are you like me?
He freaks me out.
Oh, you have no idea.
Guys, you definitely need a perform something just to bring you spirits. So I got a little song for you. Here you go.
Emphasis on little song.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said a little song. I don't want to let everything out at one time, you know?
Horace is climbing back into the boat. He's saying, "Come on, guys, let's get a move on.
Yeah,
Don't need to sit here jawing all night."
I'm gonna climb in as well.
Or fall behind.
Yeah. Oh, Horace had the captain with him as well, sort of. You tied the captain up, right?
Right.
Yeah, Horace is kind of leading the captain and sort of tossing him onto the dinghy.
I'll step on, but cautiously, making sure not to tip it over.
I was still on his shoulder, so.
Yeah, it is a bit of a squeeze, but you can all manage to fit on. Horace will gesture back to pyre number 5 and say, "You guys just gonna leave him here?"
Nah, well, that's up to you. But
You can bring him
as
on.
long as he
Bring
leaves,
him on the ship if you want. Doesn't make much
I'll
difference to
grab
me.
him. I'll grab him.
Okay, so you take pyre number 5.
Yep. And as we're sailing back, I'm gonna nudge Archie and whisper over to him. I'm sorry I was a bit squirrely there in the beginning, and I'm sorry about the fire. I just sometimes he demands it, and you know how it is.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, it makes it a little bit exciting.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to make more of an effort to consult you first. The last thing I want to do is make a bad decision and lose you too. So,
All right.
but I'll be much better now. So thank you.
Not a problem, friend.
But yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of a rest. I think after that fight, I think I got my ass handed to me just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I killed a couple of them though. Do you see that?
Yeah. We got us a few. We got us a few.
I got a couple.
It was very
Terrifying way
impressive.
possible.
He made those guys fall asleep. That was really interesting. You have to teach me that sometime.
Oh, you just need some crickets, you know? Well, a couple crickets. And then, I also have the thing that makes them bleed out of the ears. That was pretty cool.
All right, that was. I didn't catch all of that because there's a lot going on, but I saw the aftermath and I did not like it. But I liked it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna look down at my hands, and cast Goodberry, and hand them out to everyone. I made this. And
What do those? How much is that again?
there's 10 of them, and they each restore 1 hit point.
How many did I get?
Well, thank you.
However many you'd like to take.
I'm gonna grab 5 of them. If that's all right.
He only made 10.
Yes, 10 of them.
That was very Monty Python. I'm hurting quite a bit. You know what? It's all right. You guys can hold on to the berries. Arch, I'm gonna dip if that's all right. If you just want to keep an eye on the vessel.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
And I disappear.
Yeah, by now you guys are back to the Raven's Fury.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn like a wisp of dark smoke, and I disappear into something inside of my pack.
I was about to hand you the health potion, and then...
I'll take that, and I'll take that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you wisp into your the object in your bag. Still, just almost like a dark. It's whatever or whoever it seems like you're waiting for. Maybe thinking you'll find someone. Not there, or at least haven't chosen to appear to you yet.
That's all right. I heard you laughing earlier, but I'm gonna rest in here because I'm able to do that.
Yep.
I don't know how you want that to work with since we're making it more hardcore, long rest, short rest kind of thing. We can talk about that in between games.
Yeah. Well, I think it's getting close to 11:30, so I'm happy to end the session here tonight.
I'm cool with it. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah,
me,
so-
fella.
I'll mark down. We're definitely using flanking rules. I think I'm gonna be less serious about the long rest stuff. I'll cut the gritty realism in. So let's make short rest 1 day and long rest 3 days.
All right.
Or short rest.
Do I get
short rest
any-
can be half a day.
So since I am a half elf, normally I would just be able to meditate and do 4 hours instead of 8 hours for a long rest, and my bottled respite is 4 hours long. So
Right.
how do you? I don't know how you want me to change that. How long I'd have to be inside of the vessel
So
to recharge or
So what is the vessel? What's the base text for the vessel?
the what?
Like, what does the vessel say? Like, how long do you need?
It just says. Okay, there's quite a bit. So it's a.
It's fine. You can just send me the
20
text and I'll read it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do that. That way I don't have to read.
Yeah. Yep. Archie will escort the captain. It's like, right this way. I'm sure you'll find your new quarters very much to your liking. And so Archie leads away the captain. One of the crew members, Archie's first mate, basically,
Horace.
will come up. Or sorry, Horace's first mate. Archie, you already know where your place on the ship is. You know where to sleep. He'll extend his hand out to both Trogg and to firbolg. Say, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jonas. You guys need a place to sleep, right?
Yeah, I need a place to crash. You got any nice little pawns in here? Like a lily pad?
We don't have any lily pads. We do have a big soup pot in the kitchen.
That'll do. That'll do, my friend.
Alrighty. How about you, big guy? Got a special request?
I sleep on floor.
Alright, you do that. Whatever you think is most comfortable. And he is kind of looking at the two of you like he's never seen anything like it, because he's never seen anything like it. So, yeah, firbolg, you're free to find a place to sleep. Trogg, he will lead you to the kitchen, where there's a nice big soup pot. Currently no soup, but there is some water in it.
Can I take it away from the stove? Like, I don't want it near them.
Yeah, you can move it. And okay, I guess we'll just end there, yeah?
All right.